Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. Once again, the dumbest woman in Downing Street is making decisions that will damage the economy, damage investment, drive even more people away, and ensure that Britain remains poorer longer because this woman does not understand anything about economics. She's got a triple whammy of investment taxes that actually will harm those smaller investors more than the big, industrial-sized stuff. If you're someone who has a few savings that you'd like to tie up in the stock market, say, or you've got a bit of a thing and maybe you've inherited some shares, that sort of thing. Or maybe you just like the thought of investing in a new up-and-coming company to help it out, etc. Well, forget all that. You're going to be taxed, and taxed heavily. The plan is that this triple whammy of basically punishment-beating taxes are going to involve scrapping the £500 tax-free dividend allowance. So it means anything you earn on dividends, the first 500 is tax-free. But she's scrapping that because, hey, whatever. Removing the inheritance tax relief on AIM shares. Now, normally the alternative investment market is where young new companies come up, they want to get investment. And so the Tories set this up, the AIM market, and said they want to encourage people to invest in up-and-coming companies because this is where the future lies. These are the young people coming up. They have the bright ideas. What they don't have is the capital to get these bright ideas to market. So they made it tax-free. There was a very generous tax allowance on it. It's not entirely tax-free, but there's a very generous tax allowance so that people can invest freely without tax on these companies. Then once they go over a certain share value, capital value of the company, they go back onto the main share and you lose your tax allowance. And that's absolutely fine. You've grown this company. It's employing people. They're paying taxes and so forth. It's good. No, get rid of that. And they also want to increase dividend tax rates. So you pay even more tax on your dividends. Okay, then, that's fine. You know what I'll do? I've got a few £1,000s locked up. I don't want to pay I don't want to pay tax on them, so I'll just sell my shares. There we go. What happens then? Well, everyone sells their shares, the share price goes down, the company all of a sudden isn't worth as much because its capital is now worth less because each share is worth less. So when it does need investment, well, the money's not there because people aren't going to go and invest in something to have to pay so much extra in tax. But also, even if they went for a bank loan or something, the bank's going to go, well, you're not worth what you used to be, so we can't lend it to you. Or worse, you're not worth what you used to be. We'd like that loan repaid. We haven't got the money. Crash the company. This is what happens when you let morons make decisions. It will affect everything. And the problem is, she doesn't even understand why it's bad. She has no idea because all she thinks is tax. Well, you've only got one tool in the toolbox, and that's a hammer. That's all she's going to use. Hammer the tax, hammer the tax, hammer the tax. And then you're going to wonder why she's not making any money. How come my tax take's gone down? It's because you're retarded, you dumb bint. Meanwhile, of course, the rich people are going to go, sod that. I'm going to take my money outside the country. I'm going to go to Saudi. I'm going to go to Dubai. Then I can invest the money. And in Dubai, my tax is only about 0.5% on investments. Yeah, that's where I'll go. And all of a sudden, billions more leave the country. And she goes, well, I've got no money now. I should have had lots of money. I keep putting the tax up. And then somebody takes a basic, economics 101 in a big heavy book and bats on the head with it until the knowledge falls in. Woman is dangerous. Oh, well. And what does she expect to raise by this? Oh, 325 million a year on the £500 getting rid of. Yep, well, that's going to go. She's already lost more than that with that alone. And a further 1.5 billion on the inheritance tax relief on AIM shares. Let me see. 3, 2, 1. That's gone now. And then she's going to try and raise billions on increasing dividend tax rates. And they've gone as well. Watch as all the people go, no, I'll take it out of here. I'll move it there. I've got the cash. I'll move the cash over there to my other company that I happen to have in Dubai. And then I'll just buy the shares in Dubai. Jolly good. Fuck off. Bye. And that's what they do. I mean, the woman is a I can't even call her retarded because that would indicate that she's just slower than most other people. This woman isn't even retarded. She'd love to be that clever. Honestly, single-celled amoebic brain. I don't know how she can function being that dim. But anyway, there we go. Watch out as more billionaires, millionaires, and everyone else leaves. The stock market crashes and companies fold because, hey, they've all of a sudden been made worthless. What a stupid... And then there's the word I can't say. Bye for now.